Hey up everybody. So let's continue from where we left off last week. Last week we were talking about the overload and overcompensate graph, basically explaining how I spent 4 years overtraining, putting all that hard work in and getting absolutely nowhere for it. 2019 to 2022, all I did was work really hard, thinking that no pain, no gain, and that's the way to make me a stronger, faster runner, and turns out it's a load of tosh. I'll explain now why. So before we start talking about intensities, we just got to be clear on the energy systems that as body uses. In a nutshell, when we working at a lower intensity, nice and easy, as body uses the aerobic energy system. So that's basically where it uses fat and oxygen. It's oxidizing fat or burning fat, if you want to call it that. And that's perfectly fine for the lower intensities. The word aerobic means with oxygen. When we go up a gear and we start working harder, the aerobic system isn't enough to provide the energy we need. So we get a bit of assistance from the anaerobic energy system. That's basically where we use carbohydrate as a fuel source, and we don't need oxygen for that energy source. And the word anaerobic means without oxygen. But there's the thing, that's exactly where I was getting everything wrong, because the aerobic energy system is the primary energy system for runners. That is what dictates how well or how good or how capable you are as a runner. And when you start running at higher intensities, use a little bit of the anaerobic as a top up. And all my training that I was doing was so biased towards the anaerobic that my aerobic energy system was getting left behind. And all those years of really trying hard to make improvements, 4 years of constantly getting out there day after day after day, trying to make things, trying to make myself a better runner, I was doing it all wrong. So from 2022 onwards, in a really short space of time, all I've done is I've been smart with the choice of intensity that I've been doing my running at, because I suppose the perfect way to train for a 5k is to do a 5k every single day as hard as you can and hope that your body gets used to it. But the reality is it would take too long to recover from. You would not get the improvements, you would not get the adaptations. So we've got to break it up into little sensible, manageable pieces. And the majority of my running now is really heavily aerobic based, because I want to be able to use oxygen, or I want my body to be able to absorb and use oxygen the best it can to help with all my running. And then I'll do some interval sessions, some hard work, some speed work, some hills, all the nasty stuff. I'll do that now and again to complement my aerobic training. And that little change to my training, that's brought me from a 20 minutes or 21 minute 5k runner. In 3 years, I'm now 18 minutes and 19 seconds. So if just one person who's watching this can sit back and think, you know what, I'm going to give that a try, then this video's been worth it, because I wasted 4 years of training too hard and not allowing myself the recovery time and training all the wrong areas with the wrong beliefs of what makes you a faster runner, or I had it completely wrong. And understanding that was the next piece of the puzzle after the overload and overcompensate. So without going on for too long and boring you to death, because running is my favourite thing and the only thing that I like as much as running is talking about running, I'm going to leave it there until the next time, and I'll show you how I build a week's plan on what I'm going to do. So until next time, I'll see thee.